And welcome back to the Holiday Classic inside of Lincoln High School. We're set for the Oregon City Pioneers versus the Caruthers from California Blue Raiders, and what should be a really fun matchup. Oregon City won 3 of their 4 games at the Nike tournament in Arizona last week. Caruthers comes in with a winning record as well, making the trip out here to Oregon. And I think there's going to be quite a bit of talent in this game.
Yeah, Caruthers is a very, very good California team that plays small school division, but it plays a lot of an off-season schedule against some of the best teams in California. 3 players that are being recruited at the collegiate level, 2 at the Division I level. They're based in the Central Valley of California. Head coach Anna Almeida is in her 4th season. They were D3 state champions last year in California. Anytime you win a state championship in California, you are playing against some great schools and great powerhouse programs. There's so many more powerhouse teams in that state just per capita.
And with on the other side with Tiffany Travers Pioneers, something of note. They play in the Three Rivers League, so that's probably one of the tougher, if not the toughest league in the state of Oregon, at least one of the tougher ones. They had a second-round exit last year. In the postseason, they've won most of their games so far this season. They're no stranger to playing good teams such as Westland, the Tualatin, those teams.
And they play up-tempo. They're going to press and do what Oregon City teams do. Coach Anna for Caruthers told me that she likes to play old school, new school basketball, meaning they use their bigs. They play inside out. They've got 2 bigs in Jaylee Moore and Celeste Mack. Both have Division I offers, and both are high-low action type players. And so I'm anxious to see that because Oregon City's not very big.
And right as you mentioned, that couple of Mack and Moore, both over 6 feet tall. Oregon City does not have a player on their roster over 5'9". And talking to Coach Traver, I asked her, what about down low, anyone would like to highlight? And she was straight up with me. She said, we're a small team, and we'll see how they can. What do you do to counter that as a coach if you can?
You either put pressure on the entry pass or you try and front and back the post. But Oregon City's immediately in a 2-3 zone. It looks like they're doing exactly that. This is where you're at a disadvantage.
More getting in boards.
It's on the boards more than anything because you can't defend an offensive rebound. Once somebody's got an offensive rebound and they're already set up under the rim.
That was a really nice cut to the basket. Just wouldn't fall, but right away, Caruthers, some good rhythm on offense. They're pressing.
Yeah, nice little 2-2-1 trapping press.
Livy Carnes, 5-foot guard, was highlighted by Coach Traver. She said just does a really good job controlling the point.
And Oregon City is going to run the dribble drive, the drive and kick. They're going to do a lot of skip passes to the weak side.
That's a good steal. It's a really good steal from Vasily.
Let's see if they get the touchdown low now. Oh, nice looking shot. Nice looking shot.
I might have given credit to the wrong player. That was
Vasily.
Okay, so was that Lemus with the steal in? Okay, it looks like is there 4 and 1 out there right now, or is it?
Yeah, there is a 4.
Okay. So this is Vasily right here for the deuce. So Vasily has 4. And then that was Juliana Lemus, the 5'8" guard junior, who got the steal a minute ago. A little hard to differentiate the numbers on the Caruthers jersey.
Yeah, they've got a dark uniform with the light numbers. It's hard to see them all. And a very bright gym.
Hand off to Carnes.
Well-coached teams. Both of these guys do a really good job with their team.
Something that I am noticing right off the bat is how physical, how aggressive this Blue Raiders team is.
This is the coach's daughter, just checked in. She's normally a starter, did not start today, and is also being recruited at the Division I and Division II levels.
So they got a lot of talent, this Blue Raider team. That's a great step in.
Yeah,
wow.
Coach, I think, was surprised they were at this level, this bracket level in the tournament.
Well, right now, it could suggest they should be higher. So Oregon City is just having a tough time getting a lot of anything going so far.
Yep, so coach is yelling, relax. I was just going to say they will. They'll figure it out.
There's a bucket. Oh, no, no. I couldn't tell from my vantage point.
Wow, look at the speed on that big kid. Okay.
There's Moore inside, and Moore loses it. Out of bounds to the Pioneers.
Jaylee Moore getting an early rest.
And I couldn't tell who was checking in because her hair covers her
Mack came in and
jersey.
Jaylee Moore went out.
So it's number 21, Celeste Mack.
So whenever I hear that there's a D1 player on the court, I try and spot him without, I wish I would have waited. I just try and see who I think is a D1 player.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, see if you can pick him out.
Before I know for sure.
Got to say, Carnes definitely is a good ball handler. Let's see why Coach Traver highlighted her. She's going to take it off the left hand, gets it out. That's the right pass, opens up a three.
Boy.
That's an early game three right there. You just got to get the jitters out a little bit.
Sometimes it's good just to take a possession and run the clock down and get yourself focused and get the jitters out. And Oregon City is never quitting. It's just not in their nature. I've been watching Oregon City teams for 50 years. They are going to play hard, come hell or high water.
5:16 to play, first quarter. It's 6-0 Blue Raiders. Look at how easily they break the press and get a look. And they go right inside to Moore.
Yeah, that's a Division I seal right there. She had her locked up in full jail behind her.
Moore at 6'1". Much taller than anyone in Oregon City.
6'1" and powerful and super athletic. She runs the floor like a guard.
Free throw is long. It's 8-0.
Nice angle on defense, yeah.
And she's trapped. The travel's called.
Got our same refereeing crew, same announcing crew, same officiating
Just different teams, that's all that changed.
Nice job, and there's another seal for the big.
Yep, and this Caruthers team, I gotta say.
They're not going to be able to do much with them.
And then pass behind her.
Yeah, usually they run to the three-point line. They kind of caught her at an odd cutting angle there. Usually she'd run to that deep corner, and that pass was a quality pass. Caruthers subbing liberally. He's already got almost everybody on the team on the floor, if not everyone.
Just mishandled that.
2-3 zone on the inbounds for Caruthers. See if they trap out of this. Great job.
Steal. Caruthers gonna take it. Gets it poked away from behind.
See if they dump it in, just pin and seal.
It's a good look.
Wow.
Carnes is trapped. I think this should be their ball. It will.
Oh, got a foul call. I used to tell my players I never wanted them to reach for a jump ball in trap situations. We wanted to trap them and force them to throw out of it. We don't need the steal as much as we need the poor pass. That might have been a foul.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't want to be the
was it just
armchair referee, but
he's a lot closer than I am.
I thought there was some contact there. Carnes chases it down.
Look at the footwork on the.
I mean, it's just so hard with all the height from Caruthers for them to get anything on the outside.
And they're well coached. See how they switch, those tight switches on any exchanging players. They're doing a great job at gapping. Really good gap responsibility. Nice box out, nice offensive board and traffic.
Very good offensive board over taller opponents. Carnes let it fly.
Nice hit.
That's the first bucket of the game for the Pioneers.
That might be enough to get him going.
I like it from Carnes. We're not getting a lot inside at all. I'm just going to let this fly. I know I'm a good shooter. And she gets them on the board.
Let's see if they go down to the big. Oh, terrible.
They tried.
Angle. That is not the angle you want to enter to your big
That's a
post
good
player.
read from Ayla Pontius. Pontius with the steal. And she is the tallest player on this Oregon City team at 5'9".
There's that dribble drive given.
Have that, and she does. Exactly, have that. Good shot from McGill. Abby McGill, freshman playing out here.
Good ball movement. There's that open corner three.
Long. McGill is fouled.
Yeah, I'm not sure in the early going, if I had a post player that was 6 inches taller than the next tallest player on the court, I would make sure she gets a touch on
On every possession. And we're going to have another one of the. I like how coaches are subbing liberally in this tournament. I like, that's good. Make use of all your weapons on the bench.
Well,
get everyone
you don't
in.
want to come this far and have kids sitting on the bench and not playing. You're
Exactly.
coming all the way up from California.
Exactly. Oregon City's settled down more.
Ooh, got an extra step in there.
And Caruthers
Nice
does
hustle.
force the turnover.
First one on the ground.
And a
is
timeout
always
from
best.
the Blue Raiders coach. Coach Anna Almeida. 30-second timeout.
She has a tremendous sense of humor. She was so funny talking to her before the game. It's quiet in here. You can almost hear both coaches.
I was going to say, wow, it is dead quiet. With 2:48 to play first quarter. She flies. Did you know girls are twice as likely as boys to drop out of sports by the age of 14? Sport Oregon's She Flies initiative is here to change that. We're here to empower girls to stay in the game, build confidence, and inspire the next generation of athletes and coaches. Together, we can create a community that values fitness and sports for life. Learn more about She Flies and how you can support at sheflies.org. She Flies. So the Blue Raiders winning possession back after getting the steal. Inbound to 11, Mendez.
You always tell a well-coached team by how they come out of their timeouts. They come out with an organized set. Pretty good set. Got a good quality look. Right back into the 2-2-1 trap.
And force another throwaway. So this swarming defense causing all sorts of problems.
I'm watching. Yeah, if she keeps the ball on the side of her post player, it gives her a chance to seal. Pick it up, take a look at your big. Oh.
Offensive foul. Carnes is going to check back in, replacing Reese Wingott.
Livy Carnes is very impressive, 5 feet tall. Really's got a great handle, great pass.
I was going to say,
all the right
she's
plays.
a full foot shorter than Moore. Love how she plays, Carnes. Very good ball handler. And there is more, and that's hard to stop.
Oh, yeah, she's very strong, too.
Very.
Physically.
Yeah, and what people don't always understand is being tall doesn't mean you're going to be good. It's the way she uses her size and how strong she is and how athletic she is.
Well, UC Davis's coach just rolled into the gym, so my guess is she's looking at the California girls.
Would not surprise me one bit. The Pioneers down 14-5 in the early going.
But they're going to play the same way. They're going to play just as hard if they were down 20, if they're up 20.
Yep.
They play the same way.
And I will say the one positive for Oregon City right now is they're in the bonus.
Right. And they're going to settle down. They'll start to get better looks, and they'll settle down and start knocking down some of those threes. It's the coach's daughter with the ball.
Puts it on the floor, kicks it out to the corner. Now there's a drive inside, puts one up, and that's going to go.
That's a quality move there. She's got a great, strong build, too. Good feet. Nice defense.
Very physical defense.
Ooh, I thought
Yeah,
that was going
I
up.
thought Higuchi was
I
going to put
wanted
that
that
up.
one to go up.
Cross court, and that's a good look. And it's a splash.
She's an impressive player, too. She's a senior. If I were here, I would put a star next to her name if I were here as a recruiter.
Coach Almeida not happy about the foul called there.
Nobody wants a parade to the free throw line there, and there's 5-1, probably more than 5-1. Oregon City's only got 4 subs on the bench. But they do have an assistant coach with probably the greatest mullet I've seen since.
I was going to say, my goodness.
I can't think of that movie. What movie am I thinking about? Joe Dirt.
Fantastic mullet. Wonder how long it took to grow that one out. Nice. Inside pass, and that's going to be a foul. And, you know, if you could see that this is what the refs are calling, you might want to back off the aggressiveness a little bit.
You know, and there's a difference in style, too. The California style of play is a lot more physical, a lot less fouls called. I used to go watch Lisa Leslie and some of the great players play back in the L.A. leagues, and it was it was a war zone. You had to fight in those games.
More street ball, classic.
Not so much street ball, but just super physical, and they were not going to back down from physical plays, and the refs let the players play. They weren't going to have a star player sitting on the bench. And gyms would be packed, and coaches would be everywhere. And
good offensive board, just couldn't finish. Look at the seal opportunity and threw it away.
We talked about the entry passes earlier in our earlier broadcast about the proper way to enter to a post player. Usually you want to throw the lob from the center. You want a straight
it rolls around and out.
Yep.
1 second, and she's not going to get it off. Oregon City does a good job sticking around. They do trail 19-9.
See if we're quiet enough, we can actually hear what they're going to do. That makes a great point. She's telling them about their balance, their floor balance to feed their post. Yeah, they really, if they start to enter the ball to their big post from the center of the floor instead of the wing, she'll get easy layups. It's easier to double team a post player if you're entering the ball from the wing.
She Flies is more than an initiative. It's a movement to keep girls and women active and confident through sports. From empowering young athletes to supporting women coaches, She Flies is shaping the future of sports for everyone. Let's make sure every girl knows she belongs in the game. Visit sheflies.org to get involved and help make a difference today. Sheflies.org.
Okay, let's see what they come out of the second quarters with. Both coaches have seen the other style, their opponent's style, and see if they make some adjustments.
I think that's a good point. First quarter, it's almost like the first round of a boxing match. You want to see what they're doing.
Caruthers stays in their man-to-man. They're switching man-to-man. Any crossing players, they switch, almost an automatic switch. Makes it tough to get penetration if they do it properly. So they've got Oregon City playing from the perimeter. They can't get interior penetration.
Go back door to Weiss. Weiss trying to get away. She's got a couple of very tall players on her.
That was that situation where you'd rather not have the jump there, make her pass out of the double team, and try and get a live ball turnover.
$7:33 to play.
Let's see if they get
Second
somebody
quarter.
centered now. Found the open look.
Finish that missed. Carnes tracks it down. Did she get it? Was it off her own foot?
Off her own foot.
They're going to give this to the Pioneers.
Okay, now we got both big girls on the floor at the same time. Let's see if,
Yeah, see if
I'm waiting for the high-low action. I'm going to call for it all night.
this is a situation from Oregon City.
It's unguardable.
What are you going to do? Tell you what, could be a long day for Pontius, the tallest girl in Oregon City.
Yeah, they're going to jump switch those dribble handoffs on the wing.
Good find inside.
Yeah, the whole point of the dribble drive is to drive middle, drive baseline, try and get the post player to commit to help, and then dump it off, do those tee-up passes to your waiting post player. So her size won't be as important if they can make the passes, but Caruthers is just a little bit too quick to show and help and then get back and recover quickly, which makes you a Division I player. That's what a D1 player does.
A lot of substituting. We no longer have.
We didn't get our big
No,
players.
we didn't. We didn't. I'll have to wait.
They're not doing the fouls, so we don't know how many fouls she's.
Carnes.
There's a nice cut, but they did a good job of shutting the cut
There's
down.
a three-pointer on the way. Nothing but net. There's Weiss Wenga, 5'3" junior. Look at the seal. I love how physical Moore plays inside. It's a good look, but front of the rim.
Nice move.
Kind of saw it with Glencoe last game, just not getting some of those shorter ones to go down.
Nice play.
She make the pass. She can. They just can't finish at the rim right now. Can they finish from downtown? But no, but Moore's right there. Moore goes up with it, gets it back again, has it stripped. And this jump, I think, should go to the Pioneers this time.
They got 4 attempts. Well, as one-sided as this game might have seemed, another three-pointer here, and they're right back in it.
$5:50 left in the game. There's a steal. Yeah, did they call they did call a foul.
Call a foul. Looks like she might have had her hand on the ball there. She beat the ref down the floor.
Shooting 2.
She's had a big impact on the game so far. Mia's had her hands on balls. She's created some open opportunities for the post players, knocked down a couple of shots.
Checking in for the Blue Raiders is number 10, McKenna Solombides.
There's an inbound to Carnes. 21-12. Oregon City maintaining in striking distance. Carnes going to let another one go, not going to get the roll.
That's a
Nice
quality
take.
shot. I can see why she's a college prospect. She's got a great pro body, pro style body, strong frame.
Almeida with a great floater, good finish.
Good mid-range game. Nice step up. See, there's the kick. They're looking for that tee-up pass, but
That's a great pass and a foul.
Caruthers does a really good job of denying that easy tee-up pass. It's a hard play to stop.
Vasily to the line, shooting 2.
The adjustment to that is when Oregon City starts to drive, they're going to start faking that tee-up and doing the weak side kick pass for the 3.
First one is good from Vasily.
For the Blue Raiders is number 41, Mia Nola. And for the Pioneers is number 5.
Mia Nola, number 41, coming into the game.
Okay.
Vasily hits a pair.
Oh, back out of the press now. It just goes straight half-court man-to-man. old split the post play. You don't see that a ton in basketball anymore. Ball screen that just is switched out.
McGill kicks this out. Here's Weiss, trapped. Carnes, no good.
Yeah, that's as good a look as they're going to get. That was a beautiful look. Great stroke. Just didn't go for it. Nice find. Nice pass.
Leads to an open 3. Cameron Deal checking in.
Both teams sub regularly. Oregon City now, this is their super aggressive trap they go to now, their full trap.
Move by Mack at the point. Almeida, strong take, and she'll win a couple of free throws.
That's a tough take.
Almeida to the line, shooting 2.
I've liked the aggressiveness on the offensive end from Almeida.
Yeah, and their strength. They're just, they're big, they're taller, and they're physically stronger. Oregon City's players are more slightly built.
Certainly, Blue Raiders have not been shy about taking advantage of that size advantage. She hits the second.
See if they. Oh, Coach Almeida's not happy about that one.
Blue Raiders' second team foul. Checking in for the Blue Raiders is number 1, Mia Voss.
Cameron Muth coming in for the Pioneers, replacing Carnes. Don't imagine Carnes will sit for more than a couple of minutes, considering how she's the lifeline of their offense.
It's just a really good job defensively of giving space on the dribble drive. It's really tough if you can't force a double team in the dribble drive offense. You've got to be super aggressive on the drive to force a double team. Just like that.
It's good all the way. Take the finish with the left.
I'm adding another star in my recruiting packet.
Isabel Mendez. Really like what I've seen from her today. Handles the ball so well. Mogul has it in her hands. Pressure up top. And a foul called.
Blue Raiders' third team foul.
Yeah, the dribble drive offense kind of came into vogue towards the end of my high school career, and it was way different than we were all taught back in the day, where it's the old Ralph Miller style of basketball: pass, pass, pass. Don't let the ball hit the floor. Never throw a bounce pass. It was just a completely different style of basketball. And the dribble drive came in and encouraged dribbling and space and less movement and more stationary shooters and drive to create opportunities by creating double teams. But when you do it and you can't create a double team and you can't beat your man individually, you have a lot of players standing around watching one player dribble.
3:05 to play first half. It's 28-13. The Blue Raiders of Caruthers lead, and that's now 30-13. That was a really nice drive.
Mia Vasily has been very impressive. Wait, that's Isabel Mendez.
Mendez again.
Just not able to beat him off the dribble, so there's...
She has to get something up here with 2 on the shot clock. She's going to have to try that. I think she got it off. She did. No good.
Well, we had 2 shot clocks. We've got one in the other gym going off, too. Now dump it in. That's where you want to enter to the post. Yep, they trapped her in there. Oregon City is not back. They're putting bodies on her. They're not letting her have her way in there.
Kind of like making somebody else beat you.
Yeah, I would be telling my Caruthers team to ball fake and look back again. To
look at the help Moore provides, and then it's going to lead to that again. Yeah. As soon as there's a drive to either side, she leaves her man and comes over to help on the drive, and then what are you going to do?
And she's quick enough to rotate back to the player she leaves. So
exactly. So really like what I'm seeing from her defensively.
Let's see if they can.
Because once she stops your momentum, you're in a lot of trouble.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Let's see if they're trying to get a high-low set for somebody here.
Good floater. Carnes into the lane.
There's the tee-up pass there.
And a throwaway.
Out of bounds, Blue Raiders ball. Checking in for the Pioneers is number 2, Kaylee Weeks.
Minute 20, first half. Caruthers has dominated a lot of the game.
Coach is yelling some sets out here. Yeah, Caruthers is just physically too powerful.
Out of bounds, Sting Blue Raiders.
And if you can play Oregon City man-to-man and not have to double team, they're going to have a hard time getting good quality looks. And that's been the case so far tonight.
That's an open look. Won't go down. Rebound inside by Cantu.
This is your best opportunity to get quality looks is in transition.
It's good drive and a good nose. Unlucky at the rim there.
Nice.
I like Carnes defending.
Oh, boy, yeah, got it with the push-off. She probably got fouled on her way to the bucket. By the time she got to the bucket, she was pushing off. But there's no college coach in America that doesn't like that move, even if she got called for it.
That wakes up Coach Almeida, too.
Yeah. Okay, now they got them playing catch-up. That's what that offense is designed to do, is make you play catch-up.
And Oregon City needs to hit some of these. Almeida, coach's daughter's going to drive, passes one up, would have been a step back at the foul line.
She's got that Paul George mid-range game, get right in the paint, balances herself. And see if this ends up with the big near the bucket somewhere. There's the entry. Nice look away.
Coach Almeida might be one of the most animated coaches here. 4 seconds, she's got to get something up, and that's not going to work. Well, so her team's up 19, but seems like there's a lot she wants to talk about in the locker room.
Locker room, she says.
Locker room.
Demands locker room, and there they go.
Yes.
Good quality ball game.
Quality ball game. You know, Oregon City, I think if they could get some more of those closer ones to go, they could be more, they can build their way back into this game. But I've really liked watching the talent of Caruthers this half.
Right. Caruthers is just person to person. If you match them up across the board, they just are bigger, stronger. Not necessarily better basketball players, but bigger and stronger bodies. And it makes a difference in basketball. Size
so
matters.
We're at the half, 32-13. We will be back in about 6 minutes.
They have a stand out there. They just nope. Yeah, if you go out the door there, you look across. It looks like a cassette stand. I don't know. And downstairs is that a captive office?
I don't know. It just seems like if I were at this school and coaching, this is a moneymaker. You got hot dogs.
Those mics are picking up.
Qdoba Mexican Eats. Qdoba, with locations across Oregon and parts of Washington, proudly supports the Portland Interscholastic League Girls Basketball Tournament. Fuel your next event with our fresh and flavorful catering options. Qdoba Mexican Eats. So we're back, ready for the second half, and Coach Almeida, she as you can see, got to be happy they're up 19, but some things to work on, some things that she knows, and if on the other side with Oregon City with Coach Traver, some things to build on, but it's a tough size mismatch.
It is. The size difference is really the difference in the ballgame. Oregon City just can't get anything going close to the bucket, and the size on the perimeter in terms of their ability to control that dribble drive offense is kind of overwhelming for Oregon City right now. Oregon City had 14 turnovers, which is way too many for a team of their ability level. And Caruthers has 18 rebounds to Oregon City's 11, and they also have 11 steals. So those turnovers, we talked earlier about live ball turnovers. The 14 of those turnovers, if you have 14 turnovers and 11 of them are steals, those are all live ball turnovers, which means the bigger, more athletic team is going to get more opportunities to score the ball, and that's never a good recipe for success.
Want to give big shout-outs for donations to the hospitality rooms. We have Amalfi's, Rudy's Pizza, The Human Bean, Voodoo Donuts, No Hose Hawaiian Cafe, Engalinas, and Qdoba. But before pregame meals in high school football, No Hose Cafe was bomb.
Oh, phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Still great.
Yep. We got a great owner.
I used to host a big family poker game, and No Hose was our poker caterer.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, they're the best.
Get some good food in you when you lose on a straight flush.
You try not to lose on the straight flush very often.
No,
not playing very good poker.
Right, exactly.
On that
No. 13 seconds before we kick off the second half of play between the Pioneers and Caruthers, and I think this big stat line, 13 points only for the Pioneers in that first half.
Right, and that's a team that shoots as many threes as they do. They're going to struggle to create shots because they're just not quite big enough and not athletic enough to get into the paint frequently enough. Let's see if we have some adjustments in the second half. Oregon City looks like they're still in the same offense. They're always going to run quality stuff. They're always going to be well coached, and they're always going to look for the correct play. Just trying to make it against a physically superior team is tough. And look at Caruthers came right out in the trap. A little 2-3 trap just to change the pace. Coach Almeida is trying to make sure she changes things up a little bit.
Right now it's effective.
Yeah, Oregon City hasn't adjusted to it yet. They haven't figured it out. There's the baseline slide, baseline drift. Finally got an open shooter. Oh, we got to shoot that shot.
And now she's trapped. And that was their best option
You've
at that
got to
point.
shoot
Yep.
when you finally get it, you got to let it go.
They do turn it over, though.
Wow, the trail official, furthest away from the play, called
Backcourt
the
violation.
backcourt, but I'm sure it was the absolute proper call.
Sure.
Always correct.
Never wrong. So it's Caruthers' ball. They tripled her inside.
They're still, as much as they're being beat from other places, they're not going to let that big girl
they're not.
get any easy looks.
There's the shots Oregon City's going to need to go down.
Look at her foot speed up and down the court.
Look at her using her body.
Okay.
Moore with the finish.
Okay, gold star for Jaylee.
So Moore will head to the line with an and one opportunity.
Yeah, there's several coaches in the gym now, and I would imagine she's the target.
Hitting her free throws as well.
That's a good thing about having a great player on your team, though, is you can have designs on playing in college. They draw, and you can always impress. Why they come to the gym doesn't mean it's the only reason they're there. I had a player when I was coaching at Long Beach State that was the opponent of a player that was I was recruiting, sent me a game film, and I ended up signing the opponent to a full ride. A girl named Kelly Bennett.
That's an unbelievable story. And
yeah. I kept seeing, I said, who is that kid? Little tiny place in Arkansas, and I ended up flying down there, and she was way bigger than we thought, and we ended up offering her full ride, and she had no idea we were even recruiting her.
Love it, exactly. It's not the only reason why they're there.
No.
That's a backdoor pass attempt, and right now Oregon City is just doesn't have any life on offense.
If Oregon City had a little pick and roll, a little high pick and roll action, I would try and put the big girl into a pick and roll, get her away from the basket.
Another opportunity.
Out of bounds, staying Blue Raiders.
Okay, we're running play 45. Everybody, Jim knows it.
Yeah, everyone knows.
We used to number our out-of-bounds plays with really high numbers so people would think we had 45 out-of-bounds plays.
I love it. It's only play number 4, but you make them think.
It was basically we had 2 plays, even or odd, so I'd say 17.
Okay.
And they would think that we were running play number 17.
Did anyone ever figure it out?
Oh, I'm sure somebody did. My players probably were confused. Trying to be clever, I usually just was confusing.
Look in the corner.
Moore does a great job of sealing, but they haven't brought the weak side post up to feed her. She's sealing for a pass from the center, and they're trying to feed her from the wing, and it's just not the correct angle with the type of seal she's trying to apply. See how she's side sealing? She needs somebody entering the ball from the middle on that kind of a seal.
Oregon City is going to make them fire up threes.
Nice job of boxing out.
Miners ball out of bounds. Checking in for the Blue Raiders is number 23, Emmy Almeida.
Carnes deflected. She tries to chase it down and commits a foul.
Yeah, if this were an Oregon-based team, this team would be very competitive with the best teams in Oregon. I've seen Clackamas play, I've seen Jesuit play, I've seen South Medford play. They would be very competitive with all those teams.
Hard drive with the left hand, a foul.
Miners' 4th team foul.
That's where in today's basketball they sort of teach that slow step when you get to the finish, the Luka Doncic slow step finish. So you don't get going faster than you, we always say don't go faster than you can. Don't go faster than you can't. Go as fast as you can, not as fast as you can. So you get running that far with that forward speed, it's hard to convert it into vertical lift.
Number 15, Cameron Dillon. And for the Blue Raiders,
Caruthers was really well balanced in the first half. They didn't have any shooter shoot more than 6 shots, and no player scored more than individually had more than 11 points. Mia Vasily had 11 at the half.
And Oregon City has not scored in this third quarter. Been locked down by Caruthers.
Boy, they're trying to make the right plays. They're just physically overmatched. There's the entry. Ooh, tough angle.
The 8th jump ball of the game. Without exaggerating, that's probably the 4th.
Yes, it's a lot of jump balls.
That's a good seal.
There's the seal.
Yep.
Finally gave the right entry from the wing when you're doing that seal. Let's see, I wonder how long we're going to see the press. There's the tee-up pass. They've been trying to get the whole game. It's the first bad rotation Caruthers has had. There she is.
And another seal. They triple her. And no call there inside.
Yeah, that's it. Nice spin. Move of the day right there.
Yes.
To the basket and heading to the line, shooting 2.
Shooting 1. Got to correct my guy Blake there.
Checking in for the Pioneers is number 5, Abby Vogel. And for the Blue Raiders, it's number 41, Nieto. Number 25, Jaylee Moore. Number 20, Cara Higuchi.
And another half the team substitution.
Yeah, mass subs. Coach Almeida doesn't mess around.
No.
She doesn't like what she's seeing. You're coming out and talking to her on the
Yes.
sideline.
He's tense coach.
But good coach. Very well coached group.
Very well coached team. Couldn't quite get it to fall, but she'll head to the line.
She'll learn as she gets older and more experienced. She's only a sophomore, Jaylee Moore. If she catches under there, she'll learn to spread out, gather, keep chin the ball, and then get both feet underneath her on that layup instead of trying to rush it.
Rush it.
She'll go at her pace and control the smaller players instead of the other way around. She's impressive.
Probably the best player we've seen so far today in this tournament.
And her competitors might be on her team. Next.
Almost certainly, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, we saw them in warm-ups, and they looked almost out of place.
As you were saying, they were surprised they weren't the highest bracket here.
Yeah, I don't want to put words in the coach's mouth, but I think that when she realized she wasn't in the same bracket as some of the teams that she knew about from Oregon, it surprised her.
Yeah, and for good reason.
There's a nice answer. That's better. She gathered herself.
No whistle.
That's the bane of the big man, the bane of the big man's existence. You can't get the same call as the smaller players get.
(44-18). Short on the second free throw. They're swarming everywhere. And it's going to be another jump ball.
Neither team is going to back off, and I don't see that Caruthers is going to surrender. I don't think that they came all this way to back off. Nice inbounds play.
Dribble right side, now left-handed dribble. Back out.
The Paul George mid-range, oh, she didn't shoot it.
Karn's able to come away with it. Tough.
There's the Oregon crossover we talked about. 2-foot stop and a step through.
And that's an offensive foul.
That's her second one.
The second one.
She is a physical ball handler.
Yep. I did see a little bit of an extension.
That's the coach's daughter. The mom is giving her an earful.
She doesn't like the call.
No, and like most coaches' daughters, she doesn't want to hear it. My daughter spent half of her life ignoring me. So,
what do you think? Is that a foul there?
I think she probably pushed off. And she's going to get she's never going to get the benefit of the doubt because she outweighs her by 50 pounds.
Yep.
They just can't get that first step around the first defender to get real penetration.
Carnes. That's the best look they're going to get.
Yeah, and they knocked it down.
There's Ayla Pontius.
A little slight adjustment there. Instead of dropping the post player under the bucket when the big post went to help, they spaced her more out to that short corner.
There's an easy finish from Moore.
Still going to press. There you go, Livy.
One's not going to fall. Offensive board again. Three-pointer on the way and good.
Oh. Shot that with confidence, no hesitation.
49-22.
Yeah, the problem with beating the press is you got that waiting for you at the other end.
Mass substitution.
I'm going to let you try and keep up with all the substitutions.
Yeah, you know.
A flood of subs just came in.
A lot of subs.
See if they get a little back screen on the big.
Look in the corner. It's a good look.
That's a good set they ran right there. A little back screen with the weak side fade. Been really impressed with Caruthers' defense. I can't tell you how difficult it is to stop the dribble drive. If you're not going to,
you got to be quick on your rotations.
You got to be a willing defender.
The Raiders' fourth team foul.
It's their fourth.
If you're not willing to stop your man in front of you, if you're not capable, it's really hard to defend the dribble drive. And usually the ball will find the one defender who can't keep people in front, but all five of them do a good job of keeping their man in front. They sag, they give enough ground, don't foul on the perimeter.
They made that last. She made that last time. Off the mark.
That's where
now she's got the open three and look in the corner. Minute left, and they're trying to trap her. She's got Pontius. I was going to say, look at Pontius. And now their defense set back. It's a good little turn. Really nice turn from Cameron Muth. 30 seconds to play in the third quarter.
See if they hold for one here. That would be the...
And I think that might be what they're trying to do. Unless they can really get an easy look inside. And what do we have?
Yeah, when you're trying to win championships, you want to take advantage of the situational play. You want to, taking down the road, you want to hold that one for one, and especially with a big lead, and force your team to play situational basketball.
It's a good steal.
Good job of staying in bounds.
10 seconds.
Good call.
Tigers ball.
Five and a half seconds.
Oh, I was going to say, just don't turn it over in the backcourt.
That'll do it for the third quarter.
At the end of the third quarter, the Raiders lead the Pioneers 49-24.
Did you know girls are twice as likely as boys to drop out of sports by the age of 14? Sport Oregon's She Flies initiative is here to change that. We're here to empower girls to stay in the game, build confidence, and inspire the next generation of athletes and coaches. Together, we can create a community that values fitness and sports for life. Learn more about She Flies and how you can support at sheflies.org.
Well, it was more of the same, Ben. You got Oregon City still trying to find a way to penetrate that defense, and Caruthers still applying pressure and trying to pump the ball into their big people.
Want to give brief preview of next game. We're going to see Grants Pass down here from obviously about 4 hours. Medford area going to be on. Going to be an Oregon matchup.
Grants Pass, and who's our other opponent? Is it Alameda?
No,
late
Alameda is going to be the 6:30 game, I believe.
Oh, we got LaSalle.
LaSalle, so an Oregon matchup.
The Lady Falcons. Are they still the Lady Falcons? So many team names have changed.
Yeah, well,
I didn't know that Benson became the Astros.
I did not either. That really.
I said,
that took me.
I said, where are the Benson Astros from? I thought there was another Benson.
A different
in
Benson
state.
in town. I did that with Franklin High School.
We played the Alameda Hornets team with my travel team years and years ago, and I had the #1 ranked travel team in the country, and they were up on us 22-1 in the first quarter.
Did
they just rained threes on us. No, we ended up coming back and winning.
Okay.
But they shocked us. They were probably didn't have a kid taller than 5'6".
Okay, well that could be any foreshadowing for when Alameda plays at 6 o'clock tonight. Yeah.
But they just shot the lights out. They spaced the floor and shot the lights out. So hopefully that's the same team, same style. It was fun as me as an opposing coach to watch it.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been happening to my team.
If it hadn't been happening.
They are still fronting back in that big player. They are literally not giving her room to breathe. Plenty of time on the shot clock still. Wow, that was a big league shot right there.
Great possession. Yeah. Great not off the dribble, but off the catch shooting motion.
Now they're in their 2-3 trap. She's trying all the tricks. See how they recover? They're just doing a really good job of show and recover. Dig and recover. There's nothing in there.
Nothing. Got to shoot a 3.
And now get back. Oh.
That was an interesting
saved
one.
Off the forehead.
And somehow Oregon City keeps it.
Nice move.
And they did and won.
That was a committed drive. You want to see the committed drive. If you're going to go, let's be committed.
Blue Raiders first team foul.
Oh.
An entire new
Got it. Yep.
Blue Raiders.
En masse, as they say, somewhere.
That is a 5-person substitution. Don't see that every day. Yeah.
Coach Almeida subs in one group of 5.
She says, you know what? Let's see our other team.
And then coaches the other group of 5 while the game's going on. She's coaching the other 5
Yep.
or huddled around her like a timeout.
She's going to go to the line.
Pioneers first team foul. Almeida to the line, shooting 2.
I don't know if they have a running time rule at this tournament. If they get up to a certain.
I don't think,
They do in high school ball
Oh,
in
yeah.
Oregon, but I don't know if they have it at this particular tournament.
Checking in for the Pioneers is number 5.
I honestly never liked it because it took away the playing time for
Right.
the kids who need it
Exactly.
the most.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
You know, if I was a kid, 7th or 8th man on a team, and I don't care whether we're winning or losing,
Yeah, well, I want
wanna
to get in the
my
game.
minutes.
Exactly. And that could be big for a team that's building up their program.
Yeah, I think that's one of those rules been put in place to make people not feel so bad about themselves, but I think it works in reverse.
Right, exactly. Has the exact opposite effect. 3 from the corner from a Lepontius.
She's had a couple nice jumpers. This year.
Yes, she has. She's played well.
Yeah, she is a very physical ball handler. She's got her.
Plenty of time on the timer. And that's a physical drive right there. Couldn't finish. It's a good steal. Well timed.
Thought about it.
Yep. A foul.
We talked about that speed up play. Right there's a great time to slow things down when you get into the middle of the paint. Take one extra dribble and gather, as opposed to trying to power through and shoot in the same motion.
Carnes replacing Weiss. And they get the offensive rebound, miscommunication by Oregon City.
Nice ball movement.
Have it. She will. And how are you stopping that?
I mean, she's done a great job with all the bodies they've had on her. They're not. It's not like she's rebounding by herself down there.
Checking in for the Pioneers is number 10, Allie Carnes.
Nice stroke.
Mogo gets it to go. 57-32.
Yeah.
Out of bounds, going Pilot.
You want to play with the ball in front of Livy Carnes.
No.
She's not going to back down from the physical contact. And she's drawn 2 offensive fouls out on the perimeter already.
It's a good pass inside.
Nobody there that time.
Out of bounds, staying Pilot.
She was expecting the tee-up player, weak side post player.
Cameron Dilley. And for the
Dilly
Blue
checking in.
22, Maria Rubalcaba.
I really like the way they shrink on defense. They sag back. Oh no.
That's
Oh,
yep.
no.
I knew you were gonna say it right before the pass was even made.
Ball on hands, please.
Number 4, Riley Cantu.
It just wasn't really an angle there for a
No.
pass, especially to a bigger player. I was lucky enough to coach a player named Kylie Johnson, who ended up playing at Stanford. She's a 6'4", supposedly post player, but during the summer she played for me. She played on the perimeter. I played her at small forward. And this is the time of the game I would let her handle the ball and do things from the perimeter so she'd have an opportunity to showcase other skills. So I'm wondering if Coach Almeida may start thinking about doing that with some of her big players.
Yeah. Got a comfortable lead.
Well, neither one of them are college, true big college players. You know, they're 6'1", 6'2". As a big high school player, it's not a big college player.
No.
Those are, I mean, Caitlin Clark's 6 feet tall.
Yep.
She'd be the second biggest player on the court.
That's great. When you put it that way.
Yeah.
There's another steal. Things gotten a little bit sloppy for Caruthers. Good jump stop. Couldn't quite finish. Mogul with a good attempt. Almeida, left-handed drive, puts it up, gets it, the contact in the bucket.
Nice.
Almeida with the finish and heading to the line, shooting one.
Almeida can get them to 60 with a free throw here on the end one.
Checking in for the Blue Raiders is number 1, Mia Vasilli.
Mack checking in.
And number 11.
Oh, here we go. We got the two bigs together.
Double bigs.
Just what I was asking for. Maybe one of them will play point guard now.
You know, at this point of the stage of the game.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Travel ball teams are a little bit different than high school teams. I had 6 kids that ended up playing in the WNBA all on one team.
Man,
back in the day.
must have been a good team.
Yeah, they were phenomenal. Probably the best team ever assembled in Oregon of just quality of talent. They weren't all on the same high school team.
And that is a brutal trap.
She's
a finish.
Almeida.
See, you definitely could tell she's had a coach.
Yeah, I think
coach
so.
in the family.
Her whole life.
She's got a certain edge to her, and she makes the right plays.
She composes herself very well. She makes smart plays. She makes physical plays. There's a tough corner look. Doesn't miss the second.
She's got a nice stroke.
I like watching Mogul play.
Big to big.
And she's just using that size advantage. Gonna get it back and finish.
Yeah, best offense is get it up on the rim and then go get it again.
Carnes launches a 3, just short. Another offensive rebound. So definitely some nits to pick for Coach Almeida, even though her team's winning.
Nitpicking, Ben. Nice. I like that.
Like it? You liked it?
Nits to pick.
Yeah. Heard that one a couple of times. Puts that one up, and it's
made a couple.
She's good. I like
very
watching her
good.
play. Vasily.
She reminds me a little. I heard you say Tiana Pahl earlier.
Yeah.
She reminds me of her. Both physical resemblance and style of play.
Yes, I like what. Yeah, Pahl. She was on the Oregon team when I commentated the Oregon State women's game a few years ago. Ended up Beavers won by 2. Phenomenal game. Pahl, one of the stars in that one.
Yeah, my buddy Kelly Graves at University of Oregon I know was chagrined when she chose to go to South Carolina to finish her career.
Yeah.
Tough. Today's college game is so different.
Very.
It's so different.
Would you almost expect people to transfer?
Well, I mean, if you're not inquiring as an athlete, you're not being a very good business person.
No.
After all, we send our kids to college to learn, and if the rules allow them to do what they do, they should take full advantage if it's a benefit to them and their family.
Absolutely. Game has changed.
And I know she got a lot of money.
Yes, as she should. Very good guard.
God bless them. I'm so happy. I mean, I think of it. Just when we mentioned that team earlier, the team I had at Team Concept, every one of those girls would be huge NIL players and would have made.
Imagine today playing in college.
And they're still all playing, but none of them made the money that was available to them. You know, when they could have made. Especially, I had 3 at Tennessee. Tennessee had sold-out crowds and made deep NCAA tournament runs every year, and they didn't make a dime.
It's too bad looking back. Yeah, looking back in hindsight.
Actually, I think that there's the lawsuit allows kids back to 2016 to recoup some money, some NIL money.
And I like that. There's a 3.
That was beautiful.
From Lemus. Juliana Lemus.
Is that new? Is she new?
I think, no, she scored earlier in the game as well.
Okay.
She's a good player.
There's a great attack. One of the best possessions of the day. Good job.
There's
Coach and
Cantu.
me like that possession.
And so, by the way, it is a running clock, I want to mention.
Yeah, or else they just decided to make it running. I don't. They shut it. They figured it out. We've had a little bit of that.
So why do they have the ball again?
Maybe a foul on the.
Okay.
They must have had a foul on the jostling underneath.
Mogul. Here's Dilly.
Look at the big feet. Look at her feet. Just really good foot move.
Another 3. Just rims out. Good rebound.
Just like we said, though, early, Oregon City is never going to lay down. You wouldn't know if you just walked in here and you didn't see the scoreboard.
Yeah.
You'd think this was a very competitive game still.
10 seconds left, and I don't think they're going to try to get another shot up.
They sure shouldn't.
And they're not going to. They're just dribbling it out. There's a second left.
At the end of the game, the Blue Raiders beat
So the final score, Caruthers 69, Oregon City 41 in a game that they looked impressive, like they can win this bracket.
I would imagine if there's another team at that quality in this bracket, they've missed a couple that should probably be playing at a higher level. You don't want to see 30-point games. At whatever level you're at, you want the games to be competitive. But it's tough to seed a tournament that you don't really know all the teams. You haven't seen them firsthand.
So coming up, we will have LaSalle taking on Grants Pass. We'll be back for the start of that one.